Ta-da, and welcome to the Midday Show. Hello, how are you today? We have a short but perfectly informed show today. I'm looking forward to this because the chap we've got on already wants to get him on, but he's busy and he's only got half an hour, so he's got to dash off at 12:30. So I'd rather do a shorter, high-quality show than half an hour good and then half an hour of abject waffle, which I could do. It probably wouldn't thank me for that. But welcome to the Midday Show. I think it's best just to get him on. Stick your comments and hellos in the chat room. It's going to be a fun show today. And we welcome to the show, it's the first of this kind I've ever met, demotivational speaker, James Bohr. Hello, how are you?
I'm good today, actually. It's been a good day so far.
Good. So run me through a day in the life of a demotivational speaker. So what exactly do you do? Because there's so many messages online of, yeah, yes, you can, and they're all great and all that sort of thing, if a little unicorny sunshine and rainbows, some of them. But what made you want to do it in the other direction, James, and demotivate people to be, I suppose, less than they could be?
Well, most of my day is normal job, all of the standard stuff that you get, a lot of it spent on LinkedIn. And essentially, over years, I saw so much inspirational content on LinkedIn, so much stuff talking about grind, hustle. If you've not succeeded, you just need to try harder.
Yeah.
And it's just exhausting, and it's nonsense as well. So I decided I'd go the other way. And there's a lot of, I don't want to say motivation, but there's a lot in just learning to accept failure and things going wrong, and that you can't just succeed by trying harder and trying again and again and again, and that sometimes all the hard work in the world won't solve that problem.
I agree that, but that sounds more like sort of mindful acceptance to me rather than discouraging people. So is that? I mean, all of this is said tongue in cheek, by the way, because you're out on the comedy circuit. All of this is very tongue in cheek. Yeah, but you do make a good point. If something isn't working, doing more of it won't work.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to give up. I mean, I'm a big fan of absurdist philosophy, and there's a lot of Stoic philosophy out there, which is the whole, well, you control your reaction to your circumstances and can always try harder. And I can't stand that, because sometimes you can't control your reaction, and you definitely can't control your circumstances. And then there's the nihilists who say, well, that means everything's awful. But what I love about the absurdists is they say there is no deeper meaning, there is no greater purpose, there is no objective aim to go for. But that doesn't matter. We'll just carry on anyway, because it's better than the alternative. So
always look on the bright.
Yeah, that's the type of thing. Just accept sometimes it's not going to work out. But the demotivational piece is trying to spread that message of it's okay not to constantly be doing this stuff. So yeah, mindful acceptance might be one way to put it. I like to do it with a dose of humor as well, and that's where you get the demotivational. It's funnier than saying mindfulness.
Yes, mindfulness is a lot of wonderful things, but not generally funny. And I do stand up myself, and I'm loving the idea that you're taking this out on the road as a demotivational speaker. I mean, for me, to be serious for a second, I would go middle ground. I would say work smarter, not harder. But absolutely accept that some things. I don't agree with the philosophy of 24 hours on, nose against the grindstone. You have to suffer to succeed. You can't be happy on the way. You've got to work really hard up against it, and then one day, if you're lucky, you might have a modicum of success and be happy. That's bullshit. I'd much rather be happy on the way. But a lot of that is accepting that some things it's all feedback, isn't it? No failure, any feedback. So I'm sort of middle ground on it, if you like. But having experienced burnout once, and it wasn't fun. So it's the overly hard work route is not for me. But back to the comedic side of it. When did you decide you wanted to take it out and become a comedian with it?
Honestly, I've thought about doing it. I've done it as public speaking for a number of years now, on and off. And that's been sort of half-hour sessions, much more public speaking, a few laughs, but not many. And then I saw this charity event, which was a comedy course, and you do a live gig at the end. So I signed up for it because I like to do things that are difficult. There's no fun in doing stuff that's only ever easy. contradicting myself there with the demotivation.
Completely, if I may say so.
Look, if I'm going to fail, I want to fail big and memorable. Yeah, but
that's good though. They call that failing forward, don't they?
No, failing forward is when you fail and it's successful eventually and you gradually learn. Sometimes you can just fail dramatically and you're not going to improve or succeed, but you will become an immortal legend. You can be undying through failure.
So basically going down in a blaze of glory.
Exactly. And if it's a big enough blaze, you're beating the fireworks.
I like this already. I can feel the absurdist philosophy coming out the screen at me. It's fantastic. So, couple of public speak, and when you were doing it as public speaking, and you were getting some laughs, did you think, "Oh, I'm really failing"? No, or did you think, "Oh, I could take this further"?
I did think, "Oh, I could take this further." A lot of the public speaking I do is professional. This is more the stuff I did because I enjoyed it, and while I enjoyed the rest of it as well, it's a very different feel. But yeah, it was okay. I've got something here. People enjoy it. I get really good feedback on it. A lot of people say it's just made them feel better about life.
Well, I think it gives people permission to be human, because it is inhumane, the pressures we put on ourselves today. I talk about mental health quite a lot on this show, and actually, I'm totally down with that message. But the comedic twist you've put on it is absolutely fantastic. So you're going out on the roads, are you? So
that's the plan. So there's the live gig at the end of November. That will be the first official one. That's at the Backyard Comedy Club. It's with the Ultra Comedy program. I think it's sold out, so that's nerve-wracking. And then after that, it's wherever I can take it.
Backyard's a bloody good club.
I've never been there. I'll let you know what I think of it once I have been there.
Very well-established club, Backyard Comedy, hugely. That's a big one. What night of the week did you say it was on?
It's a Sunday afternoon, 30th of November.
Okay, I'll pop that on the screen before we go. If I can do that now. And how long's the set?
I think I get a whole 5 minutes, and then all of the other people get 5 minutes as well.
Is it a competition?
No, it's just a charity gig, effectively. Well, I don't think it's a competition. No one's told me we're competing. I don't really do competitions. I'm more into participation trophies.
I know what you mean. What do you like with condensing all your material into 5 minutes? How do you pick the best bits?
I just took all of the jokes from the public speaking and crammed them together. No, more seriously, it was. I kind of went on this whole journey as I was gradually, because I went through a patch of burnout at one point, and that's kind of how I got to this place.
Yeah, it's not fun, is it?
I went on this whole journey. I discovered schools of philosophy. I discovered about Sisyphus being happy and other bits and pieces. And then I've managed to bring that down to be the whole set, starting with Sisyphus being happy and ending with quitting while you're ahead.
This sounds quite similar to the self-help books, the fuck it books. Have you heard those?
I know of them. Yeah. I think they're a little more on the nihilistic side of things.
Okay. They're quite fun to read, although I'm not a nihilist, I must admit. But they are quite fun to read. So out on the open mic circuit for you?
That's the plan after I've done the first official one. I mean, I think that means I will be an official comedian. Then I'm allowed to go and do comedy. That's how it works, right?
Absolutely. Open mic circuit can be a lot of fun. You'll get. You've done no open mic circuit before, have you?
None whatsoever.
Well, here's what to expect. You'll meet some great people. It's a lovely new peer group. Some gigs, you'll walk out and go, "Oh God, that was absolutely fantastic. This is brilliant." And sometimes you're in a corner of a pub where nobody is interested remotely in comedy. Rather like the scene in Baby Reindeer, if you've seen that when he's first starting, you know what I mean. No one's interested. They all talk loudly. They're clinking glasses, and you can't get the attention of the crowd. But then sometimes you'll get open mic nights that are run really well, and they almost curate. Even though it's open mic, they curate the acts a little bit more. And it's set up like a comedy club, not a pub which happens to have comedy in it. And there is a massive difference. I remember going on an MC course once. The first thing we were taught loud and clear is arrange the room as you want it. So make it look like a comedy club, make it feel like a comedy club, create the ambience of a club a show, an appearance, not just a pub that happens to have comedy in it with a roller banner in the corner. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, very much so.
I
once did a talk at it was in the back room of a pub, and it was for a professional conference, but things were not set up at all. We ended up with the projector screen being just the backside of a banner on the wall.
God.
And I gave my whole talk to an enthusiastic crowd of 2 drunk people.
Did you get any feedback from them?
Yeah, they enjoyed it. I mean, there was that at least. I think they enjoyed it. I couldn't really make out what they were saying.
So give us a couple of your messages without giving away the farm. Give us a little bit of your set if you want to.
Yeah, one of the ones that gets the biggest laugh, except from my parents, is the one about becoming a billionaire and how to do it and why I was doomed from the beginning. And it's entirely because I was born to the wrong parents.
Oh. Well, if in doubt, blame the parents, of course.
Yeah. Well, can't blame anyone else for not becoming. If they'd been millionaires and just given me a huge trust fund, I'd be rich by now. That's how it works.
Well, we all would, wouldn't we? It's disgusting, isn't it? Having to work for a living and all that sort of stuff. Are you willing to travel? Because I mean, on the open mic circuit, I'm quite big in Kent. Apparently, there's quite a few gigs in Kent, but they all tend to be at the far end of Kent, like Herne Bay, places like that on the coast, which is great in the summer. Not so much fun in the winter when you drive it back in the pitch dark at 10:30 at night. Quite a few in Surrey as well. You willing to travel around a bit? Or are you going to keep it fairly tight?
I mean, I've done public speaking in Dubai, Saudi, Slovenia, Umeå, Sweden. So it might be nice to have small travel in the UK for once.
Actually, the Wilds of Kent compared to Slovenia and Dubai doesn't sound very much. It's like I'm moaning about it. It's like, I can't be bothered to drive anymore. It does get to the point sometimes where I think I'm actually not willing to travel all that way just to do 5 minutes. But if it's a particular promoter, there's someone I'm real fans of, and they put on a proper show, I absolutely will. But the days of travelling all that way just to do 5 minutes to an unappreciative crowd, I'd like to think are over for me.
Do you not just get your chauffeur to take you?
Sorry?
Do you not just get your chauffeur to take you?
Oh, well, I'm only a D-list celebrity, so I don't generally have a chauffeur. This is one of my mates, and I bribe him. If I go up to the C-list category, maybe I will have one. Actually, I did get a friend to drive me, but and he was quite enthusiastic about it, but it just seemed a bit unfair to ask him to drive all this way. On a regular basis. When your friends stop enjoying it, that's when you can't call in the favors anymore. Well, it sounds great fun. It really does sound great fun. So your whole set, if you were to maybe take it to a fringe, is that the plan?
One day, maybe. Well, I say one day, possibly next year if I've got time. I don't know entirely how the process works, but I've been looking into it. So yeah, if it goes down well, then I'll probably take it to a fringe. And if it goes down badly, I'll probably take it to a fringe because I've got friends who live up there and it would be nice to have an excuse to visit them. Absolutely.
When you say up there, where do you mean Edinburgh?
Yes. Yeah. Around Scotland area. North.
The north. I mean, there's many other fringes as well. There's many sort of local fringes. Only because we had on Monday, coincidentally, talking to the funny mummy, and her whole act is, you know, all the funny stuff she's learned through parenthood. But I've seen some of it. And it's very, very good. And she was talking about maybe hiring a theatre or talking to theatres, seeing if they want this kind of thing, get it filmed. And then take it to a fringe. But of course, there's more fringes than just Edinburgh. There's fringes in Kent. That's where I did my 45-minute show, and it wasn't a massive audience, but I'm glad I did it. So there's many things you can do. And I learned the other day there's more than one fringe, but Edinburgh is the big one. That's fantastic.
I'll have to look at some of the others then, because Edinburgh, as you say, is the big one, and I don't like competition.
Well, you might get a bit of that in Edinburgh, but just to say the least. Having said that, it's the most. If you imagine this this town just partying and having a good time, and everyone's, the drink is flowing and there's flashing lights and it's bonhomie and it's great. Just an incredible party vibe on a Tuesday night, and every night of the week it's just such fun. I went up there for just a week as an Edinburgh Virgin a couple of years ago and just blagged a couple of spots, just doing a 10-minute set. But it's worth doing, even if you just do that. It can be pricey if you want to take your whole show up there and all that sort of thing. And then, of course, some people go up there to be discovered, and that can be quite disappointing because, as you said, there is quite a lot of competition up there. But you never know.
Yeah, I do know. I don't want to be discovered. That sounds a lot like hard work.
So you're your own PR man, are you? Have you got a team round you promoting, or is it all
no,
you?
I've got colourful shirts and actually some hats as well, and they seem to work for PR.
You've really got this nailed down into its simplest form, haven't you?
I have been public speaking for over a decade, and
yes.
I've got more and more laughs public speaking over the years, because funny thing, if you're giving people a talk about a technical subject or security or something else, if you get them to laugh, it wakes them back up and they keep listening.
Well, the business world can be terribly dry. That's the thing. And these conferences can be so dull at times. So if you go in there with a bit of personality, I imagine they'll absolutely lap it up. To be honest with you,
Well, don't talk about them being dry, because it's a conference I'm off to at 5:30.
Apart from the conference that you're off to today, of course, which is not dry at all, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Are you doing your set there or not?
No, I'm talking about security.
Okay.
Far less funny.
No, I suppose you can't really make too many jokes. I suppose you could make jokes about security, but
you can. You just have to be very careful with them.
Yeah, I can well imagine. Well, I'm fairly familiar with the open mic circuit, certainly in Southwest London. So if you want, I can drop you some names of comedy clubs and some contacts to apply to, if you like.
That would be brilliant.
And I hope we meet in person on the circuit. Is it going to be filmed?
I think so. If not, I've got a camcorder somewhere, and I've got people who know me coming, so I can set something up.
Very nice. Yeah, do. Would you send me footage? Because I run a comedy club as well, and it sounds quite funny. Actually, I wouldn't mind possibly having you there.
I do actually have the footage from the sort of trial run of it at a talent show at a conference, so I'll shoot that over to you.
I'd really like that. Thank you.
Welcome.
Sure, and I can pass that on to some of my comedy colleagues as well. I know a guy in Kent. As I said, he's pretty big in Kent, and he might be interested. I don't know, but I'm very happy to pass it on for you, because I know a good one to get if you can, and they're always booked up there, is Monday New Material Nights at Outside the Box in Kingston. Have you heard of that one?
I've heard of Kingston.
Good. That's a good start. It's on the one-way system in Kingston, in a pub called the Fighting Cocks, and they have all kinds of comedy there. It's a really good room. It's actually a rock bar in its real life, so it's a lovely room to play in. And touch wood, I never had a bad night there. But the guy who runs it, he had a brilliant arrangement, because what he would do is when the real big name comedians, for example, Harry Hill, off the top of my head, were trying out new material, Tim Vine, people like that. They would do their new material like that. And so you could see Harry Hill for £5 or Tim Vine for £5. So that was a great arrangement. And once, true story, they had Robin Williams there on a Monday night for £5.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That's definitely. I need to go over to Kingston at some point, so I'll.
There's a couple in Kingston. There's Crack Comedy, whole lot of comedy. I'll ping all these over to you. And there's quite a few in Isleworth. I'll ping them over. We won't do it while we're live on air, but I will certainly ping them over, because I like to support my peers, because I know what it's like getting out there for the first time. So what do you do? What do you do for fun when you're not making people laugh and talking about security?
I'm an amateur butcher.
An amateur butcher?
Yep. Usually that causes a pause in the conversation.
No, it just did with me. How can you be an amateur butcher?
Well, professionals get paid.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough.
No, we get a lot of meat from gamekeepers where they're culling animals or they've been shot as vermin. So I don't like waste. I also don't particularly like the whole industrial farming thing. But these are animals that are going to be dead anyway for various reasons. They're tasty, and so I learned how to cut them up and prepare and cook them.
What kind of animals?
So deer are probably the main one. Wild boar sometimes, which, yes, I know does work badly with the name. I do sound like a cannibal. Lots of pigeons.
Different spelling though.
Yeah, lots of pigeons and occasional rabbits.
So game, primarily.
Pretty much all game.
Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. It must be quite must be quite an art to do that. I've got absolutely no clue on butchering things.
Yeah, I didn't for ages, and then I went on a short course. It was only a day's course, and it's not that hard. You just have to cut them up.
Fair enough. I did not expect the conversation to go in that direction, but I suppose you make a good point. If there's no reason if they're going to be dead anyway. It's not cruel; they're dead anyway.
Yeah.
So,
and on top of that, when you tell people you're an amateur butcher, their mind instantly leaps to serial killer. So it's a great way to silence a room.
Well, I must admit, mine did a little bit. I mean, and I'm sure you're not, but it's a great line. It's a great line. I mean, it's a hell of a conversation starter or stopper, possibly. Is it your dinner party story, your elevator speech?
One of them, yeah. And for Philip, yes, that's actually probably 3 deer, because sometimes you get shoulder shot, so you'll lose one of the legs.
There we go. Philip Harley thinks he's our resident comedian. I think you've just shot his joke down there. So, anything else apart from amateur butchery?
Let's see, lots of board games. I do love a good board game. Brewing my own wine, that's always fun.
Very nice.
Not always successful, but always fun. If anyone's brewing mushroom wine, I recommend aging it for 3 years before you drink it, because until then it tastes like mushrooms.
I never even considered mushroom and wine in the same sentence. I suppose you could make wine out of most things, can you?
Yeah, I mean, anything with sugar, and if it doesn't have sugar, you can add some sugar and turn it into wine.
And that ferments, I suppose, and...
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah. Oh, wow. Goodness me. Well, I'd never. Goodness me, the conversation has taken many wonderful twists and turns. I'm mindful of your time, James, because I know you've got to shoot off to a conference. So it's at the Backyard Comedy Club if anyone wants to go. Sunday, 30th of November in the afternoon. Is it a ticketed thing?
It is a ticketed thing. I do actually have 2 tickets going spare at the moment, so if anyone wants them, I'm happy to sort something out.
Oh, by all means, if anyone watching would like the tickets, hit me up with a message and I'll forward it on to you. And good luck with it all. It's a fun thing to do, stand up. I must admit, I do enjoy it, and I'm sure you will too. And I hope to meet you on the circuit. And I seriously wish you all the very, very best with it in your demotivational speaking. I've seen some of your quotes that they're very, very funny. It would make me laugh. It would make me laugh. It's a great character, I suppose, isn't it?
I mean, I didn't really build a character. I think it is actually just me being a bit more honest than I normally get to be with the professional face on.
It's been a thoroughly enjoyable conversation, James. Thank you very much indeed for coming to the Midday Show. We're just about hitting 25 past now, and I know you got to be at your conference at past. So I'll let you go. But thank you so much. I'll send you the footage over. Good luck with it all, and I'll message you later with some contacts on the open mic circuit. And if I can personally help in any way, hit me up.
Will do. Lovely to talk to you, and talk to you again soon, I'm sure.
I hope so. Keep in touch. All the best. Bye-bye. That does sound fun. James Bohr, demotivational speaker, Backyard Comedy Club, Sunday 30th of November, if you'd like to go. Any comments from you lot? I'm just going to do a short show today, as James had to dash off. So anything you lot want to say? Comedy is an amazing vehicle for well-being. Yeah, it can be. The amount of comedians I meet that are telling their story, almost healing through telling their story, it annoys some other comedians actually, because it seems to be just sort of everywhere. But it's also equally true. I think you've got to do comedy through your own lens. But can it be a vehicle for well-being? Yeah, Yeah, it can. Unless you get heckled and have a bad night. But tip, do musical comedy, then you're really hard to heckle. And the weirdest heckle I ever had, someone once stuck a giant, not small one, giant cheesy what's it up someone's bottom while I was on stage, which was somewhat bizarre. It wasn't. It was more of a visual heckle. Never. It's the kind of thing you don't forget. It's just like, why? Why would you do? Why on earth? Why in the name of all that is holy would you do something like that? Any other comments this morning? I can tell you that Russ and the gang will be back on Friday. We're Phil Dave and Jonathan Bass, Theatre Critic, and Chantal Ricard, Screen Queen. What I've been watching at the moment, The Girlfriend on Netflix, is really good. Watched the film Weapons the other day. This is where a bunch of kids just run out of their run out of their homes at 2:17 in the morning and don't come back, and a whole class of children disappears. Which is it's all right. I half think it's kind of a couple of hours of my life I won't get back. It's all right, I suppose. Comedy trawling on YouTube led me to rivalry between Malaysia and Singapore, which is very, very funny. Do you know, rivalry exists everywhere. I was doing a gig in Molesey, and I played Sham 69 who are from Hersham, and the energy turned on a knife edge in the pub. It's like, what? Apparently Molesey and Hersham don't get on. You know what I mean? Who doesn't like Sham 69? And Dave Aisley, folks, I recommend this. A cheeky plug to let everyone know. The next Alpha Wave Therapy introduction is available on the 6th of November. Which is a Thursday night. Do you know, I would come again to that. If I wasn't running my own comedy show on that night. Is there going to be another one? Is it going to be a series of these? I cannot recommend this enough. It is absolutely amazing. Leading edge, paradigm changing, neuroscience, psychology, energy. It's just brilliant. I honestly can't evangelize about it anymore. If you get a chance to go along and have the experience of this, I would really, really recommend it. And I'm going to ask Santa for an alpha stim for Christmas, I think, because that is just the most incredible machine. And we talk about well-being. This is another very, very easy portal to well-being. Absolutely extraordinary. So yeah, next Alpha Wave Therapy introduction available on the 6th of November. At 6. And Dave, anytime, you've supported the show so much. As far as I'm concerned, you can pop on any time and have a chat about it and give it a plug. This is your forum, mate. No problem at all. Not until January. Okay, so last chance for this year, 6th of November, and that's going to be in Wanstead, I imagine. Again, Dave, I'll say it's in Wanstead. If Dave puts a message up and corrects me, I will let you know. It's in the clinic in Wanstead, but you can message Dave on Facebook, or maybe is there a link you'd like me to pop on the timeline, Dave? I'd be very happy to do that for you. Honestly, I cannot recommend this enough. Really cannot recommend this enough. Even if you're receiving therapy, it puts you in a mindset conducive to it. Or if you're not, it's kind of just like therapy of itself, because alpha waves, they're the waves of well-being, they're waves of creativity. It's all the good stuff, almost like the spiritual stuff, but the good bits. And beta wave, Dave explains this a lot better than me. Beta wave, that's where stress can live. Not in all versions of beta. It's on a spectrum, but in some, and a lot of us are stuck in beta wave and don't know there's other waves are available. And I'm not even going to try and use the metaphors that Dave used, but he explains it brilliantly and it makes an awful lot of sense. But what I can say for me, just a layperson going on and experiencing it, it's absolutely extraordinary. It's absolutely extraordinary. And if you got a free night, plus Wanstead is a pretty nice place to be as well. There we go. Wanstead, mhclinic.com. Wanstead, www.wansteadmhclinic.com. And it is so worth doing. Really, really recommend that. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Just a short one today, as I say. I don't want to waffle for half an hour because James had to dash off. I'm going to send him that audio and ping him over some details of folks that might be able to help them on the open mic circuit. Thank you for your comments and tuning in, of course. And I'll see you Monday with Russ and the gang. And Russ and the gang will be back on Friday. Well, I won't see you. Take it easy and all the very best. Take care and bye for now.